Just like clockwork, today Apple showed off its new devices, including the Apple Watch, new AirPods, and the new iPhone lineup. For the purpose of this video, we'll stick to the iPhone only. What we want to find out is if the 16 Pro has huge benefits and if it's worth your money. Or is it better to stick to the iPhone 15 Pro that you may already have, or even go down to the 16 non-Pro models this year? For simplicity, we will compare iPhone 16 Pro to the iPhone 15 Pro, as the 15 Pro is the only model from last year's lineup that will be able to run all of Apple's AI features. So there is no need for you to experience any FOMO if you have already upgraded to 15 Pro. First off, there are advancements on the iPhone 16 Pro compared to the last year's Pro model. But not many people will benefit from those features. Let's talk about the differences between last year's Pro versus this year's Pro. Screen size and resolution. As expected, the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max have grown to 6.3 and 6.9 inches respectively, compared to the iPhone 15 Pro models, which were 6.1 and 6.7 inches respectively. The screen resolution of the iPhone 16 Pro model has increased to 2622 by 1206 from 2556 by 1179 on the 15 Pro, and the 16 Pro Max has grown to 2868 by 1320 from 27 by 1290 on the 15 Pro Max. Physical appearance. Apple has added an extra button on the iPhone 16 lineup this year. This button is mainly to operate the camera app and its features, making it easier to adjust and take pictures in a snap. Other than that, the iPhone 15 Pro and the 16 Pro look very similar. And if you were thinking of getting a thinner iPhone this year, just like the iPad which was recently released, well, you are not in luck because both the 15 Pro and the 16 Pro are exactly the same in thickness. That is, they are both 0.32 inches. Pro tip: if you do upgrade to 16 Pro, you will need a new case due to the new camera button on them. Processor. In great Apple fashion, the new Pro phones include the new A18 Pro chip. Yes, it sure will have an edge over the older Pro, but you need to decide if that is what it takes to switch to a new phone. Battery life. The iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max are dubbed to get up to 27 hours and 33 hours of battery life. The 15 Pro and Pro Max, as per Apple, get 23 and 29 hours respectively. So, if you use your phone for work and prefer not to carry a charger, the iPhone 16 line may be a better option for you. Camera. We noticed that Apple spent a good 15 to 20 minutes talking about the camera in their new phones. Especially with the new camera button, they needed to convince users that this is what they absolutely need. The light press of the camera button opens useful controls, and then another press snaps the picture. Besides the new camera button, they showed off some new features within the camera app. Most notable was the feature that you do not need to decide on the frame rate before recording a video. You can just record the video and then choose which frame rate works best for you. The iPhone 16 Pro phones can now also record video in 4K Dolby Vision at 120 frames per second. Another feature that Apple introduced on the iPhone 16 models is called Visual Intelligence. You can click a picture of a restaurant to check the hours, menus, as well as make a reservation. You can also use Visual Intelligence to click a picture of a dog to find its breed. By the way, Android phones have had this feature for a few years now. Audio. Apple uses machine learning to find various sounds within a video recording, even if the sound is from a not-in-focus subject. The audio mix feature can help tune the level of the background sound versus the sound from the in-focus subjects. Final thoughts. Wall Street is touting the new iPhone as the mega upgrade cycle because of the features we just talked about. But is it really? I didn't think so. Yes, Apple Intelligence is a feature which might cause you to shell out $999 for the iPhone 16 Pro, but you could get the iPhone 15 Pro at a discount if you hurry. Apple tends to discontinue the previous year's Pro models and doesn't let any reseller to sell them once they have introduced the new Pro models. You can see that on Apple's website, you will only see the iPhone 15 and then the iPhone 16 lineup, and not the 15 Pro models anymore. Anyways, the big question is, should you buy the latest and greatest, or should you get a deal on the iPhone 15? or even upgrade down to the iPhone 16's non-Pro models. If I find any deals on the iPhone 15, I will link them in the description below. The non-Pro models this year have come very close to the features of the Pro models. That is, they too have the new action and camera buttons, except the cool-looking titanium on the Pro models and some advanced features that can be used when doing professional photography or video editing. I hope this video helps you make a decision. As for me, I spent a good 90+ minutes to watch Apple's event and bring the filtered summary to you, and I would appreciate if you would like and subscribe to our channel for future videos.